There you go. I'm gonna be here for about maybe what time is it right now? It's I'm gonna be here for about maybe 28 minutes, 27 minutes. It's already the time changed. I'm gonna be here about 28, 27 minutes. Right now it's 7:32 in the morning. It's gonna be 8 o'clock in 27, 28 minutes from now. And I'm just here to buy a couple things for my garden. I need to buy some things like something like this, for example, but it's gonna be like the three piece. It's to hang up the thing for my tomatoes. And then I'm gonna buy two wooden stakes to add extra support on the PVC pipe. You'll see what I mean when I record it. How what I'm gonna do. Um, so I'm gonna be paying some money here, but it don't matter. I mean, this week I'm gonna make. I made good money last week. This week I definitely gonna make a lot more money because I did 2 days worth of overtime. So I did like almost an entire day of extra pay, double the pay. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Also got to cut my nails. Um, I'm also kind of thinking of maybe growing my hair again. I'm not sure because I figure, okay, I'm not working at a food place anymore. Maybe I should just try to grow my hair again. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. I'm still thinking if I should grow it or not. And another thing I will say is I am thinking of getting back into exercise and not get into the VR at this moment anytime soon because VR is absolutely atrocious at this moment. And what I mean by atrocious is that Thrill the Fight 2 is absolutely horrific right now. It's so bad. It's ridiculous. And the thing is, if I'm going to be working out, I'm going to have to be getting up at 2 in the morning. Didn't want it that, but I'm willing to do it just so I could go to work on time and everything. Um, so I'm probably going to be thinking of doing that too. So, hey, you know, all in all, I've been enjoying my job, but let me tell you something, dude. Anybody who sees this recording, this week sucked. The last 2 days sucked. Um, because somebody got sick. They were wearing the mask, but then the next day I ended up getting sick. And the first 2 days was bad, especially Friday. Friday was bad. I was hurting on Friday. I had body aches. I had a little bit of the shakes, but I had a feeling my sickness wasn't going to be as bad. Because if I had a full blown sickness, I wouldn't be talking to nobody and I would have been in pain and weak. So yeah. And the funniest thing about the whole situation, the day that I got sick, they were looking for people to do overtime. And I'm like, oh no, from all the days, why did it have to happen today that I got sick? And then I did overtime the next day. He told me, are you sure? You could just go home if you want. I'm like, nah, man. I told them I'm stubborn. When it comes to work, I am very stubborn. I'm a very stubborn person. I told my sister about it. She's like, yeah, I know you already. You're very stubborn when it comes to work. But in a good way. Well, I don't know if it's a good way or not. Like, I could be hurting and I'm still going to be at work. I may be sick, but I'm still going to be trying to hang in there. And you know what was funny too? I sharded myself on Friday after I left work, after doing the 4 extra hours. So I was hurting, but I felt the sore throat was getting less and less, but it still was bothering me, right? I was still drinking fluids, still a little bothersome. Okay, whatever. Then my sister was worried because I didn't bring any food. I didn't feel like making anything because I just felt like shit. I just wanted to go to work and deal with it, right? So my sister's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get you some Taco Bell. All right, what do you want? Just give me anything. If you want to get me a burrito." Then when I got the burrito, I ate it. It tasted good, and I realized, and I started to drink water, and I noticed, holy shit, I'm getting better. Because in the morning when I drank fluids, it was hurting. In the afternoon, I was able to drink far better, and I'm like, oh, thank God, thank fucking God. So I was drinking and everything and eating the burrito. Then I started to remember the story of the mailman that told us when I was doing the postal service. He told us the story of when he was at his office. Taco Bell had a special where I think postal service we're gonna get like free Taco Bell. So they went to go eat Taco Bell, except him, because he says, no, do not eat Taco Bell when you're fucking walking miles and miles afterwards, right? So, but they did it anyways. He remembers that he was right there and he sees a bunch of people trying to go to the bathroom afterwards because after they ate food, they went walking. So they always say, do not eat like junk food or fast food, no, most notably Taco Bell or Mexican food when you're doing long distance walks like that. And they did it, and then they're saying that he just remembered that he was right there and he saw a bunch of mailman vehicles coming back quickly and going to go and take a dump. Anyways, I remember that. I'm like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad. So I ate the burrito, and the burrito went in me good. I was like, oh, this is good, right? But then it happened. I started to feel my stomach hurting me. And when you're sick, you're gassy. And then they put me on a section called the spiff or whatever, or the press or whatever. I was in a situation where I was walking back and forth, putting the devices on two hydraulic machines so it could put all the information down, blah, 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 blah. Point is, I was going back and forth, walking quickly. And I had body aches. I had still the sore throat pain, and now I'm gassy, and I ate a fucking Taco Bell burrito, and yeah, I was just like holding it in. My stomach was like, and I was like, oh, fucking burrito. Finally, after I did the 4 extra hours and being totally exhausted mentally and physically because of the sickness and all that, I walked outside, and I remember I was walking. I decided to just pass gas, but I looked around. I was outside making sure nobody was around. And then I felt like I sharted myself. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Oh no, 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 no. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. But yeah, I was thinking of going today to possibly the gym, but I'm not sure yet. Like, I wouldn't be signing up to the gym, but my treadmill needs work and I don't feel like waiting on parts. So I might be thinking of going to the gym again. But if I want to make that happen, I have to go in the morning before I go to work. That means I have to go to sleep a little early, which is going to be a bit of a pain when my family gets together because I'm going to have to leave and stay extra late, but that's okay. I'm going to try to make some progress on trying to go and see trying to go out every once in a while. And on my days off, maybe stay up a little late. I'm not sure. So let me see. I'm trying to figure out how many I need this. I need the one that has like another extra on here. One, two. Okay, I'll buy two of those. And I'm gonna buy the stuff, but I don't think I'm going to work on it today. I want to make sure this shit gets better. But I'm cutting it very close because I just finished doing everything in the backyard. All I need to do is hang up the trellis. And the plants are getting bigger, bigger, most of them. But are they tall enough to where it's gonna grow and they're gonna start dipping down? Hmm. If they start dipping down, what I probably might do is I'll just buy some sticks and put it there on the dirt to hold them, and then wait till next Saturday to put this in. I'm just doing this buying it. I could work on them right now, but right now I'm just stuffing. I just want to relax. I just want to chill. I just want to chill and stuff. And this tomorrow I'm gonna work, and I don't know if I'm gonna do OT or not. I'm looking for OT. That's the thing. If they're willing to give me overtime now, then that tells me like, hey, they want me to do overtime. And you know what? there's benefits behind that. One, um, I'm gonna build a like a small little like hey, he's willing to do overtime if you ask him. So that's one. The second thing is I get the chance to earn money more and because of overtime. And three, I'm gonna get to work and practice more on the stations. So that there's benefits behind it. So what? Somebody left a comment or something? I don't know, man. This thing's so whack. Oh no, somebody to leave a comment. So yeah, I'm willing to do overtime. I'm just want to chill and relax. I'm still sick and all that, so I'm gonna still be wearing a mask tomorrow. But the worst part is already went away. It's just mostly stuffy nose, runny nose. And I have a little bit of body aches, just a little bit, but it's not as bad to where I was like, oh my God, I want to lay down, but I'm hurting. You know what I mean? And also, I might as well say what happened too. To make a long story short, we're having problems with my dad's inheritance money. And yeah, I'm not upset because, when it comes to inheritance money, and if the person did not put down exactly who was going to get what, it creates problems. And I do not want to be part in that where I'm going to get myself involved. They know that they're supposed to give the money to me. They know it. My father asked of that. My father told me about it many times over the last couple of years. They know it. And they have the opportunity to prove them to us that they're not like what my family has described them as thieves, that they'll get money and they won't give you money, etc. They're gonna fuck you over and stuff like that. I always give people the benefit of a doubt, and they had the opportunity, but it turns out they're saying there's no money anymore. So what do you mean there's no money? My dad said there is money, and I don't know. I don't want to get the full story down. Listen, I'll tell the whole story after everything's all said and done. But you know what? I'm not counting to getting the money. It would have been nice to have that money because I would have definitely used that money for a down payment for a place to get next close to my job, right? Because I look at the area where my job's at, it's not in LA County, and it's a nice area, in my opinion. Consider where I live at, it's a lot nicer over there. And I would like to get a job that is close by where I would live. So that's what I would like to go. Hey, happy Easter. I don't celebrate Easter, but I don't. Happy Easter. If you're into Easter, then that's cool, man. So yeah, that's the story. There's a chance that there's a high chance I'm not gonna get any money from my dad from the inheritance, even though my dad told me he left money. So the ball is on their court, basically. They want to keep the money so bad, go ahead, keep it. But just to let you know, you guys give a bad name to people who are religious. Second, you're disappointing my father. You're disappointing my father more than anybody else. Okay? I don't know, maybe because I'm like, let me give you guys advice. Anybody who's listening, maybe you know this. Never plan stuff and expect it to happen exactly what you want, because sometimes when you plan stuff, there's a high probable chance that it's not going to come the way you want it, or it's not going to come the way at all. For example, let me give you an example. In about a month from now, I was supposed to close everything down where I work at, close everything out, and then start thinking about looking for work at another state. That didn't happen. Health inspector shut the whole thing down. And now that I have this job, if everything goes great at that job, I will consider working there for the rest of my life, hopefully. We'll see. You never know. And I would like to get a home. So my plans of moving out of state isn't going to happen because I'm most likely going to stay here close to my family and get a place nearby my job. You know, so shit changes, either for bad or for worse. You just gotta hope for the best. Hey, what's up, MW? And that's what happened, man. I'm not gonna inherit the. Most likely, I'm not gonna inherit the money. Okay, well, let me tell you what happened. Now that I got a couple people, all right. My father has said that he saved money up for me and a few others in the family. Okay. The thing is, though, we are not sure if my father has written something or has signed something that the bank or someone has to prove that the money is supposed to go to us. We are not sure what exactly he did, or possibly he didn't do any of it. But what I do know is that after my father passed and we were in Tucson, we stayed at a motel right next to the hospital because Tucson Hospital has a motel right next to it. So we stay there. And we come to find out that my father's widow and stepdaughter were staying there too. So me and another person, one of my siblings, my sister, we went to the lobby to meet up with them. And of course, they hugged each other. They cried about the situation. Sorry that we heard of blah, blah, blah. Condolences, blah, blah, blah. I did not mention anything about the money. I didn't even thought about the money. That whole time after my father passed, I never thought about where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? Hey, when are we going to get the money? I wasn't even thinking about the money. I didn't care about the money. It wasn't even my mind until my dad's wife brought it up. And she said that my father has left money for me and the other people. She was ready to give me the money there. But me, because I felt like, this isn't about the money, I basically told them, look, we'll talk about that after everything's done. Let's just focus on my dad. And somebody was telling me that must have been the mistake I did. Because if they were ready to give you the money there, you should have taken it. I know, but I felt like, you know what? Since they mentioned it and they know, it's their job now to fulfill my father's wish. Okay? Now that you mentioned it, we know there's money. So let's worry about that once my father's laid to rest and time has moved on. Then we will talk about it. Okay? How are you going to send the money? So now that time has went by, my father's laid in rest, and things are starting to get back to normal for them bit by bit. It's been what, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. My brother decided to send, to let them know, and the daughter basically says there's no money. And my brother mentioned, but your mother said in front of my brother and sister that there is money. And she's like, well, there's no money. And let me tell you something. My dad had a motel business and it went to them. I'm not going to get to the whole story to them, but that motel belongs to the stepdaughter and the mother, right? My father has mentioned to us that the bakery is for us, meaning whatever money he makes by selling it, it's going to go to us. Guess what happened? She said, the daughter to the stepdaughter, my dad's stepdaughter, says to my brother on the phone that, oh, well, that money's going to go to my mom because the name to the bakery was to your dad and my mom. Now, either two things is going to happen. I think this is what's been going on. One, she has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know the discussions that my dad and I had. Okay, we don't know. All right. So she's just saying her part. I don't know what her mom thinks of all this. I don't know. there's a chance that maybe she's like, you know what? We got to fulfill my husband's wish. We're going to give the money to them because that's what he wanted. And that's what my husband, their father, has talked about that with me in the past. That he's going to give the money that he makes from the bakery and pass it on to us. That is a promise that he was going to do. And I'm going to fulfill that promise. If she does that, then great. Okay. I appreciate it. But if she goes to the route and says, hey, there's no money, two things must have happened there. One, she's telling the truth, and my father never got his paperwork straight, so they don't know what they're going to do. Or two, there is a good amount of money, and for some fucking reason, they don't want to let it go. So it's a fucked up, disappointing situation. And am I angry? Am I so frustrated about it? I am just disappointed, but I guarantee you the one person who's more disappointed and saddened by all this is none other than my dad. I guarantee you he's the only one. If there is an afterlife, he is the only one who right now is hurting, sad, and extremely disappointed of what's happening right now. And maybe, just maybe, my father is regretting not getting his priorities straight, not setting the right paperwork. I don't know. We don't know exactly what my father has put or documented or signed. Maybe there's something that they'll find like, hey, my father signed something here that says that this money is going to go towards us. The thing is, we do not know. And if there is if there is actual document, will she release them? I don't know. Maybe there's something with the bank. I don't know. If you guys are wondering, well, how come you guys cannot go to the bank and figure that out? They did. But they cannot give out any information because my dad never put my sister or none of our names. So the bank cannot give out any information. So, yeah, it's sad. It's a sad situation. It would have been nice to use that money to fucking get a down payment at the house or a mobile home or whatever, but a mobile home most likely. But that's not going to happen. And these guys know the truth. And if there is a good amount of money, there has to be money because why would my dad lie to us about it? Now they don't want to give out the fucking money. And the only person who's going to be extremely disappointed, not me. I'm just like, hey, I'm disappointed. But the one person who's definitely going to be sad and devastated is my dad. Because you fuckers are taking the money for yourself. It wasn't enough that you guys took my father's motel business behind his back, according to the stories that my father has explained to us and what others had told me. If it's true, then we'll go by this. It wasn't enough that you guys took my father's motel business that he fixed, all right? And you took it under his behind his back. But now you're gonna take the fucking bakery. I mean, the motel wasn't enough. Now you want to get the fucking bakery now? You guys put a bad name on people who are religious. And I don't wish any bad karma on you guys. Because karma might catch up with you one of these days if it's true what's happening. But at the same time, I don't ask any bad things to happen to them because what's the point? You know? And plus, like I said at the beginning, never plan shit that's going to happen. I wasn't planning this whole time. Okay, well, I'm going to buy stuff. I'm going to buy the bed. So when my dad passes up, no, I'm going to buy the bed. And then once like, now that I think about it, okay, I bought the bed after my father passed. I wasn't telling myself that whole time, okay, when I get the inheritance from my dad, I'm going to use that money to pay off my bed. And I wasn't thinking of that. I already paid off the bed out of my own cash because I had a feeling that there's a chance that money's not going to come my way because we don't know exactly what happened. We don't know exactly what they put on the paperwork, dude. Oh my God, 4 more minutes till they open up. Freaking, the only bad thing about Easter is that they cause these people to close up. What I don't understand, why does Home Depot have to open up an hour late because of Easter? Do people celebrate Easter that early? or what? I just want to go buy something real quickly, man, and get out. Everybody's starting to gather at the door. I'm like, I'd rather just wait. Why would I want to be with a crowd of people, you know? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the price around that, it costed me around that price when I replaced the suspension. If you got it at a dealership and you had the dealership do it for you, they would charge you at least maybe $1,200 for everything or $1,500. I was looking at these storage sheds that Home Depot sell, and I saw the smallest one. I'm like, hey, that's a small, nice one. And it costs like $3,000, including delivery and installation. No, no, thank you, dude. It's just crazy, dude. My father's bakery and everything he made at that place, the money he sold it for is now going to go towards them. And it's just crazy, dude. It's just crazy what people go for fucking, when there's money involved. And everybody claims that, no, that money belongs to me. Like, I'm just going by from what my dad said. He said that the money's going to go towards me and two other people in my family. And now they want to take it. And the ball is on their court, it's on their side because there's paperwork that my father never changed. He never changed it. So basically, by law, by paperwork, it goes to them. Even though my father has promised it, it doesn't matter. My dad never did any of that shit. So whatever. Probably 2K at this point. And my Toyota dealer really sucks. Well, a lot of those dealerships suck, dude. I mean, they will work if you just take your truck to do an oil change, but man, once they start fucking telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that, it costs a lot of money. There's like literally like 20 people right there in front. I just wait until they open up and it just gets empty. I don't want to be in that crowd. What am I going to gain from being in front of the door? Couple seconds advantage. No, thank you. All right, now they opened up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Take care, guys.